Hi everyone, it's Diane. Welcome back to my channel, Scrap Addict Creations. Today I have for you Celebrate Today layouts. Now this little packet right here is one I actually printed because I think I tossed the originals. I think I saved most of everything and then I go to find it and it looks like I haven't. Okay, so here is this. So these are the ones that came in the layout kit from Close to My Heart. Okay, I'll move these aside. And here is what I did. Here's my first layout. It's called Moments Like This. This one has Ballerina, 8.5 by 11 1/4 as the base, White Daisy, 8 by 10 3/4 on both. And then this kind of watercolory raspberry piece right here is 4 by 7 1/4. The black is 1 by 8.5, and there's two of them. Or let me look at that again. I think this is a half. This is a half by 8.5. And then this floral pattern paper is 2 by 8.5. Now on this one, these stickers both had these leaves attached to them. It was like one big piece. So what I did is I trimmed right here and then I put the leaves down and then I put the flower on top. And I did the same over here. I trimmed the leaves from here, put the leaves down, and then the flower is on top. Both these flowers are popped up. So we have three 3x4s and two 4x6 photo mats. And then I chose Moments Like This. And each of those are a different sticker. There's kind of a fine line between them. You can kind of barely see it, but that is how I got the title for this one. I didn't want to go further until I knew what pictures I was going to put on this. This one reminds me very much of my oldest daughter. So I know I will definitely use this in her book. My middle daughter's not really a pink girl, so this might be a little more of a struggle in her book. But then my youngest daughter, this would work fine with as well. Okay, so layout number 2 is this You're a Star layout. This is the idea sheet from Kelly's kit that you get. And she has a lot of stars, this little border. There's a template to cut this paper here and here, some more stars, clouds, a little circle. These you would just use your own embossing folders for. She just sends you the pieces. And so what I did with this one is quite a bit different and yet some similarities. Let me see here. Here it goes, this way. This is actually two pieces that don't go together. Um, one is from one layout that would match this border, and the other one would have its match because I did 3 sets of this. So I did cut out one scoopy piece over here. It wasn't my favorite, so I just kind of moved on. I did it for all 3 layouts because I wanted them all to be the same, but I wouldn't probably do this again. It's a little harder on the 8.5 by 11 1/4. I just used a little trapezoid piece over here that I had that was just a scrap. It just gave it kind of confetti looking. I really like this paper, and so I do think it's a great paper to use. Um, this right here is a plaidish. It is 3 by 8.5, and there's 2 of those. Oh, let's back up. Sorry. 8.5 by 11 1/4 black is the base. Then White Daisy 8 1/4 by 11. 2 of each of those. And then this little swoosh piece that honestly just a little square in both corners I think would be really cute. Then 3 by 8.5. The Lagoon strips right here are 1/2 inch by 8.5, and there's 4. I use the dark side there, and then I use the light side for all 6 of the 3x4 photo mats. The stars are from the layout kit, and those are in, I wrote it down somewhere. There it is. Mint, Carolina, Flamingo, Raspberry, and White Daisy. The star right here in this upper corner is a shaker. And see, there you can see it. And so I just took these little strips I have. Let me move something and see if I can actually get into my adhesive drawer because I put last night's layouts over there. These are from Scrapbook Adhesives, and I just cut these for actually for another layout, and I think, yeah, I just used them. I just put them in the corners and put them all around. What's nice about this sheet is it actually comes, let's see if I can pull out all of my, I have a bunch of these. Let's see if I got one in here. These are my Stampin' Up ones. This is also, these are kind of cool and kind of a pain in the tushy. They are so tiny. But when you need a tiny one, it's perfect. Let's see. It does not look like I have another sheet, but each sheet is this size. So it's this size and it's just a bunch of strips. And what's nice is you can cut them for your needs if you're doing like a huge project that you just need a certain size strip. It's a great way of putting it on there really quick. So I used those strips here. I added some sequins. These might be Stampin' Up. These might be close to my heart. These might be just ones I had in my stash. I honestly don't know. They are silver. There's little stars in there, and then there's white and clear. I didn't put a lot in there because I just didn't want a lot. I usually tend to overfill them, so this is probably less than I normally would have put in, but I'm happy with it. It's great. This is popped, of course, and then we've got this ballerina big star underneath it. I liked how that looked, and behind this there's a white star. And then there's a nice white star here. It's kind of hard to see. And then the raspberry star. This star is popped. These two are flat, and this one is popped. And I kind of went simple on this to start off with. I will put a title on it when I find out what pages, what pictures I'm going to put here. The title will probably go here, or maybe like here and here, or right here and maybe a little down here, or I'll use one of these for journaling and put a title on it or something. I honestly don't know. This is as far as I've gotten on this. And like I said, I grabbed two different layout, same layout, two different persons layouts. Sorry, that just sounds like a hot mess, doesn't it? Okay, layout number 3 is the last one I'm going to share today. This is what Kelly had. She used this big birthday sticker and the happy banner, and then these banners from the kit. There's ones that look kind of like little light bulbs, and then there's this banner, the candles, little photo mats down here. I love this little one right here. It's like a little frame with a cupcake on it. I did not use it. It was actually not too big, but I didn't really have space. So this one is probably one of my favorites out of the group. I love this banner. I didn't use a lot of the banners because they're pretty big and I had to put some photo mats someplace. So I just chose to use one, and I kind of alternated the papers because I wanted to make sure there were certain ones that I included because I love Sapphire. I love Lagoon. This raspberry watercolor paper is really cute too. This is kind of mint color, and then this is Ballerina. So I used all my favorites up there. These two balloons were from Kelly's kits in Lagoon and Ballerina. This is the cupcake from the sticker sheet, and it's popped here. I'll get to the outserts in a minute. This cupcake is the same, of course, cupcake. Um, the happy birthday here was huge. I did give that to my friend, my little scrap partner. So I cut this happy birthday out and put that on there. And this is cut in raspberry, and I used the dark side. So the base is Glacier, and it is the light side. And then this is that watercolor raspberry, watercolory looking paper, and that is a 1/2 inch by 11 1/4. Then the confetti zip strip is a 1/2 inch by 11 1/4. This lagoon strip is a 1/2 inch by 11 1/4, and I used the dark side there. And then the confetti has two different sides. Let me scroll down on my list so I can see. So this one is 2 by 11 1/4, and this one is 4 by 11 1/4. I didn't want them to be perfect. I wanted these strips to be perfect, but not these. So then I cut raspberry, and I wanted it to meet up with these sides. I thought that was really cool looking when I was doing it. Every once in a while you're like, oh, I love that. I didn't want the candles to go off the edge of the page though. So I assembled these and then adhered them to the page, and then I trimmed in the center. So this would be, and honestly, I put 8.5. I probably did have this at 8.5, but it would be at 8. So this would be 3/4 of an inch by 8 on both sides, and then the zip strip is a 1/2 an inch by 8 on both sides. I've got 6 photo mats in Lagoon, and they are 3x4. I have the candle here. It is not popped. It's behind here. You don't see it as much, and that's okay. I honestly it was an afterthought, and I thought, well, maybe I'll like it. It's okay. It's not my wow factor on this layout. I really like this little cupcake. I like that it's kind of got this border around it. I wish that there had been 2 of them. I would have popped this section up on top of that. And that's pretty much everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come play today. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you would love to see more of my videos. Leave a comment. I always appreciate those, and I try to get back as soon as possible on those. And have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.